So today I'm back in stunning Prezza, and what a bargain detached property I've got for you. Just wait while you see this one. So today we're back in stunning Prezza. Another fantastic property for you. Just kicking off from inside the historical centre. You'll probably recognise where we are soon once we get through the arch at the end. Nice little views down the valley. I have done a property video recently here in Prezza, so I'm not going to hang around too much in the town. We will get down to the house, but I just thought to give you a quick reminder of how stunning this place is. I just love things like this. I'm sure you can remember this piazza where the bar is, and all these beautifully coloured buildings, and looking up to the town hall there. A bar just to the side of me. Piazza full of vans that shouldn't be parked there, but they always are when I'm doing a video. And remember this amazing, just imagine sat here having your coffee or your Prosecco or whatever it is, and just peering out this way. Absolutely incredible. Okay, quick start to the video, because as I say, I have done a Prezza one recently. I will put some links to other properties that are still for sale here. I'm just going to head down this road here, and I'm going to film a property down there. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, so the town we have just seen is just up this hill. So yes, it's up the hill, but it's only a 5-minute walk. You can do that with no problem whatsoever. And this road that I'm stood on is not a busy road at all, even though it's the main road into town. Obviously it's only a small town. Now I'm saying that, there's some cars passing, always the same. And what you will notice here at the bottom is, at the moment, there's a little bit of building material and all that kind of thing, and this is because this is what they're using to finish off the rest of the village. But I've been told that it's not going to be long before all this is cleared out, so it's all great signs for the town though that happens. Don't know if you remember, we sold a number of houses here. This one here we sold, or at the back of that. Then there was a yellow one here that we sold, and the white one here. I've got a small screen, so anyway, it's somewhere here. So very popular place. And then obviously in town itself. Now this house that we're going to see today, for me, is incredible. And look at it. It's actually a detached property for this price. And I really like this property. When we choose properties to go on the video, there have to be something a little bit different. When the ones that, sounds horrible to say this, but the ones that I video, they have to have something a little bit extra to the normal. And what this does have is it has a small garden behind and slightly to the side, which I'll show you as we go. It's detached, so that's fantastic as well. And it also has its own bat cave, but without bats, thankfully. Otherwise I'd be going nowhere near the place. But look how amazing this property is. Absolutely stunning. Stunning. And this will be a stone property as well. It does need some work, but it's basic works because the layout is there. I really absolutely love this place, and it looks great, doesn't it? It looks like a traditional Italian house. You've got lots of parking, because the car parking area is just here at the bottom. There's loads of parking here. There's a little pharmacist there as well, and this is the road out of Prezza. Absolutely fantastic. So I need to collect the maps of the garden, but obviously this part here is a little bit unusable, but apparently it belongs to the house. You'll see when we get to the top how the garden works. I can't believe that since I've said it's not a busy road, these are some of the workers. Since I've said that, more cars have passed. But trust me, it's not. What an amazing house. What an incredible house. you ready to go inside? First of all, I want to do these caves first. I'm not going to go in that way, simply because I don't want to leave the door open in case any cars pass. But you can get to it through the house as well, so we'll do that first. But let's head into the house. Let's do it. So heading into the house, first thing to mention, gas is here. I'll explain things as we go along, but as we head in, we have this little hallway, and then we have two choices. We can either go up into the house, and I do like these tiles, by the way. These look like tiles from the 70s, but I do really like them. Let me turn my light on, because look what we've got in here. 2 steps down, and how cool, literally, is this? How amazing is this? Look how it's been built into the rock. This is quite a usual thing here in Prezza. A bit like Piedimonte as well, where they build into the rocks. Absolutely incredible. What would you do in here? Because not only is it this room, but there's a room to the side as well that is lower, but I just think this is amazing. This has got to be at least 10 meters depth and a good 4 meters across. A great size, really is. People are going to shout at me shortly, but I don't have my measurer, so I will be striding out. I can hear people tutting already. That's the water connection, and this would have been where the boiler would go, because there are radiators upstairs. So consider 2,500 to 3,000 euros for a good boiler, because it is a good sized house, this one. So consider 2.5 to 3k to put a good sized boiler in there. How amazing is this? Absolutely incredible. I know you're going to think I'm very brave walking through here, but I have already sent somebody in to do a bat check. And there's no way for them to get in anyway, so there isn't anything. Even though that little bit of old tape here, this black thing, scared the life out of me when I first came in, but there you go. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think they used to keep wine and things like that because in here, because Domenico told me not to stand underneath here because there's a hole, and I think that's where it would have all gone into and then pulled out of that, pumped out of that. So that's something you could maybe put. I've seen people put lights in things like that and put like a glass lid on them. It was quite good. But then you can also get through to the next part, which is the part you've got access to from the road. It is lower. I'm 182 and I am ducking down. But when I get into this part, I can stand up. But how, mate? What would you do in here? I mean, obviously, it doesn't feel humid at the moment, but obviously there's going to be some humidity down here because we're right in the stone. But if you wanted to create something amazing down here, you could maybe dig the floors down a little bit, have some sort of lounge area, I don't know, games room, just amazing. That's obviously where they used to stand some of the wine things on, the wine barrels. How unique is this sort of thing? It's actually a bit mind-blowing. So I'm stood at full height now. I'm, as I say, 6'1". I'm just touching now, in the other room no, so I'm just touching now a little bit, and then back to full height. And that's obviously access straight out as well there. So great place to put bikes. Could you get a car in? You could probably actually get a car in. Not many cars that's going to be that kind of height. So I would say you could. I would say you could get a car in. But a great space. There's even water down here as well at some point. That they've had at some point. But at least it comes down here. You can see a tube that winds its way up there. So definitely usable space. I say I have to duck down a little bit here for a metre or so, and now I'm back up into full height, if you like. Great start to the video, don't you think? Your very own bat cave. So if you and your partner like that kind of thing, you know, you can get dressed up and live out your fantasies in Italy for the rest of your life. How amazing would that be? Batman and Catwoman, or Batman and Robin, or whatever you might want to be. Anyway, moving on. This is obviously the electric box. That's fairly new. I'm not saying all the electrics are new, but the wiring doesn't look too old, to be fair. But always worth checking out with an electrician. Okay, are you ready to head up? Nice stairs, nice wide stairs. Here you have to... I have to duck my head just a little bit when I get to this top bit. This could possibly be taken out. I'll show you where it is when we get up there, but again, it's no real hassle. Just walk in. I'm not really touching it, to be fair. Nice wide staircase. And what the great thing is about this house, simple layout, but it's just quite spacious as well. Vaulted ceilings, look. Don't know if they're coming across. And I quite like this hallway. Domenico said he thinks that these are possibly non-retaining walls, stood well to open the whole thing out, or part of it. But I quite like having this hallway in here, because there isn't a massive one downstairs. I think it's always nice to greet people, isn't it, in the hallway? And there is a fireplace there, which may seem strange to have in a hallway, but to me it's just part of the decor. So that, as I said, there are electrics. They're not going to be new, but the owner said everything does work. And then we have, this is a brilliant size room. Absolutely amazing size room. And I really like these tiles. I don't think I'd change these. What a great size. And again, with these vaulted ceilings. I'll show you the balcony at the moment in a second. Nice and bright, this room. I've got a light here, but it's not making any difference whether it's on or off. Now it's off. So it's not really nice and bright. In fact, I'm just going to keep it just for the kitchen. Let me show you the rest of this. I will pace it out so you get an idea for the size. I know people are going to shout to me and say, "Yeah, can't believe you didn't read." People always like to write things like that. I am sorry. I'm not quite perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 meters by 1, 2, by about 4. So a great size. So it does have the radiators, but obviously it needs that boiler sorting out. And this is that little bit at the bottom of the stairs that I mentioned that possibly could come out. I'm wondering if originally this had another staircase, but no, I don't think so. Anyway, it is what it is. Quite a handy little, you can sort of throw things at people as they're walking upstairs, you know, that kind of thing. Nice. Also gives a little bit of light from on the staircase, from this window. You can say hello to expat friends over the way. Big shout out to everybody in this part. Beautiful views as well. And obviously once the builders have got rid of their bits, even nicer. Do quite like this little area they've done here with Padre Pio, the famous Italian monk, or priest. Stunning, absolutely stunning. And then, if you do take the wall out, I would, if you can, I would take it this side, or certainly put an arch in or something, to have this as a kitchen, and have it all as a kitchen, living, dining area, because then it would really open that up. Let me just show you again here. And this does have more outside space. It does have a little yard at the back where you can easily pull table and chairs out. It's quite unique back there. Here's a little balcony. And you can step out here. That's the road up to Prezza. And again, really nice views from here. It's nice to see other properties as well. And behind these trees is a Maella mountain range that we'll probably see better from upstairs. And in winter time, obviously, you'd definitely see through there as well. But the main piazza is just up there. These windows, I know we've not said anything about the windows. They are quite old. They're single glazed Daves, or single glazed Sylvanas. So you don't have to change them. I wouldn't say it's urgent, but yeah, it's something to consider for the future. And speaking to a window company I know, I said, just to give me an idea of windows and the prices, he said for UPVC wood effect, the wood effect is very good here. For things like double doors, you should consider between 650 to 700 per square metre, roughly, fitted. So, you know, consider that this is probably height-wise, maybe 2 metres. I'll tell you, it's so funny. Since I've said about the cars, I've been here for about an hour now, and there's maybe 2 cars past, but all the builders must be moving or doing something. Anyway, so yeah, so consider this as 2 metres by, I don't know if that's about 80 centimetres, something like that. So if you do 2 times 0.8, whatever that is, and then times that by 600 and 650, should give you a rough idea for the window size. It is a rough idea because they do have to look at other things. And remember that all this is stone. So I think in here, possibly have a look to see if you could reveal some of the stone on these vaultings. But I think this wall would look superb as a opened up with the stone. I think that would look really, I wouldn't do it all the way around, but I think that this wall would be great. And then behind us is the kitchen area. Obviously no kitchen at the minute, it does have these tiles. This is the part where we said we would probably think it would be nice to open it, so you've got an archway, or if you could take it all out, even better. Not huge kitchen, but mixed in with the other would be a great size. Little hole there to let the air flow, which is always a great idea when you're not here. These places locked up are always going to create a few issues. But they have actually patched up all of the plasterwork. I'm looking around the whole place, and even though there's some marks on the ceiling, I think this was from the fireplace from before. But the owners said, and they've left some plaster here as well, that they had it all touched up, all the parts that were flaking, all touched up. It's ready for painting now. So I know some of you may say, well, why didn't they paint it? I'll be honest with you, Italians are not quite at that stage where they realise that if you put a lick of paint on this place, you could probably get an extra 5 to 10k for it. And I'm glad they're not, because you can paint it and save the money, in my opinion. But I think it's better that the houses are left the way they are, instead of dressed to sell the way the rest of us do it. Okay, so this area, as I said, mixed in with that, I think would be a great size. Or maybe you could take this out and leave some of the hallway. Not sure. Lots of different choices. Lots of different choices you can do. But just to give you an idea, this kitchen is about 1, 2, 2.5, maybe sort of towards 3 by 1, about 2.5. But adding that into this room, and it would be something special. Okay, so heading upstairs. And again, everything's, like I said, really spacious, just simple layout. Stairs are not too steep, quite comfortable stairs. A little bit steep, but not majorly. Again, all these walls have all been touched up. So clearly they've had some problems in the past that they've then sorted out and got it ready to paint. This corridor, hugely exaggerated. It's enormous. But I think certainly one of these bedrooms, this bedroom, could come out a little bit more if you wanted it to. Or maybe you could have sort of a second lounge or something like that because of what's behind me through this door. But I'll show you that in a sec. Let's do the bathroom first. Bathroom's actually been recently tiled, so they have started doing. A lot of people think that people do these houses up run out of money. It's nothing to do with that. They tend to do the houses up ready for maybe to rent it, or maybe one of their family's going to move in. Then plans change and then they sell. That just happens. But this is reasonably new. This just needs a good clean up. So this is obviously for the hot water when you're not using the boiler. So it's good to have something like that. I think I would have gone to the trouble of punching holes outside tidying it all up and potentially putting it in this area, because they've actually put fittings for a washing machine down here. So I think that other boiler could have gone in there, and then just close this off, so that becomes a bit of a storage room as well. But that's easy to do. So the suite is reasonably new, clean up, and you can get in here. There is a window there at the back. Good sized sink. The shower, not huge. I think I would have gone a bigger one. That's a one Dave shower, but I think I would just buy another one and just make it a wider one, or make the sink much smaller and go all the way across with the shower. But it is what it is. At this price, it is simply what it is. But I'm going to stand in there now. Yeah, it's easily a one Dave. I wouldn't get Sylvana in here as well, but certainly one Dave shower. Okay. Sorry if you hear any buzzing, but it's when we have to set the lights up on things, sometimes it gives off a high-pitched noise on the video. In fact, I'm going to turn my handheld one off. So then the bedroom, simple layout, 2 beds. Domenico told me there's 2 rooms upstairs that you can't get to at the moment. I'll show you from the outside. But this is such a big space that maybe you could put stairs up to it if you wanted to. So it's possibilities if needed. So the floors, all the original 70s floors, 2 good sized bedrooms, 2 great sized bedrooms. I do think this one could be a little bit bigger if you took this wall out and sort of moved it around. Maybe you could try and get an ensuite in somewhere. I think if somebody could cleverly design it, do a bit of design on it. But really nice, bright, got no lights on in here, nice and bright. Again, some of the electric wires look quite new, so it looks like they've fed some of the new wiring through, just wants finishing off. Lonely little wardrobe there, it's quite nice. That'd be nice if they left that. Again, vaulted ceilings. And again, some new wiring that's coming down here as well, or fairly new. So this size-wise is about 1, 2, 3, about 4 by 1, 2, about 4 by 3, roughly. And I would say the next bedroom is similar size as well. But nice high ceiling. They've got to be nearly 3. They've got to be 3 meters. Maybe not quite 3, but not far off. Nice size. And again, these views looking out towards the neighbouring part, and then looking towards the mountains at the back. Really nice views from here. Beautiful. Okay, and then bedroom number 2 we'll then get to, and then we'll show you the little surprise which is through there that I really like, especially on these boiling hot days, which it is today. Bedroom 2, very, very similar. In fact, I would say it's pretty much identical, the same size as next door. You can easily see a double bed. I mean, obviously that needs twisting around, but you can easily see there's plenty of room for double bed and wardrobe spacing. And again, the wires look reasonably new. If they're not, you could get some new ones fed through. And again, another window and a little radiator in the corner. Again, all these windows are all these gold single glazed, but they do have the shutters on the outside. There's no fly screens, but you can easily get those fitted. They fit between these 2. So you can see the car parking area here. The pharmacist is just down here. And just ignore, this will all be gone soon, all of these building material. And they have a little war monument there. So these areas, especially here with the statue of Padre Pio, they're always going to be looked after by the locals. And again, beautiful views over towards the mountains. Stunning, absolutely stunning. I love this place. I think this could be something really special. And it wouldn't take too much to get it all done. And to be fair, even if you spend the same again, you would have an amazing place. And remember, it's detached. I don't think you'd spend the same again, but you could if you wanted to, if you really wanted to go to town and reveal some nice stone and really, really go to town. But it would be, or you could simply paint everything, start using it. The bathroom's good, the floorings are all good, get yourself a kitchen from IKEA downstairs, which is probably costs a quarter of the price to what you're normally used to. And you can get in. So it's one of those properties you can do as much or as little as you want. Are you ready for your little surprise? Here we go. It's a little yard. Needs a bit of a sweep. Only small, but it's perfectly formed. And the great thing is, today is, well, the sun's actually directly above us. We're in June, and today on the car it was reading, at 9 o'clock this morning, it was nearly 26 degrees. So, but here it's just absolutely perfect. Perfect. It really is. And this is a nice space here. I mean, you've got at least, let's say, 1, 2, nearly 4 meters almost by maybe heading towards 3. It's a good size terrace. You could put some little pot plants out here, maybe some herbs and that kind of thing. And I really like this. I love this open space. And then you got outside space. Then you got your own rock again, look. And then you got a little sink area here, which I think is really nice. So you could clear all of this up, put some nice flowers and things like that. And we need to check the map, but the owners told us that you also get, this is above that, you know, the cave. This is sort of looking down there. So this part you probably can't do much with, but here I reckon you could. This looks like a flat area. And I reckon if you clear this out, because there's a fence you may not be able to see it, but in this little gap here, there is a fence. And the owner says it follows the line. And then also beyond this fence, I think just a little bit, take it as if it's just to here for now, but the owner did say there is a little bit more, but we'd have to check that with the map. But I reckon you could put a couple of steps up here and create another really nice eating space here. I don't know what's under this ivy, but I'm sure you'll be able to do that, and that would be really worth it, because you could have wrought iron there, and you've got the view then looking towards the neighbours, but you've also got the mountains around the corner. So I think that'd be well worth spending the money on that. Or it'd be something maybe you can do. But what a great space. And they've obviously at some point had something, maybe a cover, and they've maybe put fly screens on, maybe for summertime to be able to sit and eat out here, which again is a great idea. Superb. I love this place. I really do. I think there's so much you can do in here. I really, really do think there's so much you can do. And then upstairs, there are these other, apparently there's 2 rooms up there, whether it's just 1 room or 2, not sure. But there is space up there. So you could maybe have stairs coming from out here, maybe sort of going up here onto this ledge and then connecting up there. Not sure. Or you may not use it at all. It's completely your choice what you do with that. But at least it's there. What a fantastic space outside. Okay, folks, have you seen enough of this one? Are you liking it? I love this. I think the price is superb for a detached house. I think the location is superb. The video's probably making it all sound echoey because there's no furniture, there's nothing in here, but this could be something really special. Reveal a little bit of stone in areas where you need to. You've got the space, and I just love it. Are you ready to do final thoughts? Let's do it. So my final thoughts on this one, I think it's a stunning property. I think the caves downstairs are just amazing. I think there's so much you could do down there to have a bit of fun with it. I think the space is a very simple layout, simple, spacious, light layout. I really do. I think there's lots of things you could do in here, but just to start with, a good paint all the way around, good clean up, and you can start getting yourself in here. I think that the views are beautiful views as well. The location towards town is fantastic. You've got parking just down here, so it's not awkward in any way. I think you could potentially even park a car in that cave. And I absolutely love the little bit of space, which is where I'm going to finish the video, the little space up here as well, where you could potentially extend that garden to have quite a panoramic terrace as well. I think you could do there. I'm sure about that. I just think there's so much to do. Yes, there's some work going off in Prezza at the moment, as you may have heard with some of the vans passing by, but that's all great sign. Great signs. Love these bedrooms, really nice and spacious, really nice and light. And just look, it's just flinging your doors open first thing in the morning and seeing all of this is absolutely incredible. And as I said before, I really do think that this space outside could be made really special. Hope you like that one, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please carry on with the support that you give us. I really appreciate it, and thank you all so very much for the kind comments you write and for the not so kind. Any comment is good. We love a few trolls as well. It adds to the fun, doesn't it? But what an amazing property this is, and as I said, location wise, close to everything, just a stunning location. So thanks for your usual support. Make sure you join us on Wednesday evenings. We try and do every week, doesn't always happen, but join us Wednesday evenings when we do our live streaming. You can go onto our channel, click on the live section, have a look at some of the past streamings as well, just to see what we get up to and how we interview people that have already bought in these areas. In fact, the last people that bought here, I will leave a link to their live stream as well. They're also in Prezza, just so they can sing the praises of this amazing town. And if this one is for you, if this is pushing your buttons, you know what to do. Send a message to info@ahomeinitaly.com. Jump onto the list and we will tell you how you can buy this in 5 simple steps. 5 simple steps. And you don't even have to come out here. You can leave it all to us, as we've done many times before. So whatever you do, whatever you're doing, stop, jump on your email, and do not miss this one.